Good afternoon. It's freezing in here. The sun's coming out, but, just feel really cold. We'll wait for some of you to get on, and then I'll get showing. Here we go. Hi, Ellen. We've had so many deliveries again. I just don't know. Spending too much money. And there's still more on the way. Oh, I'm dancing about again. I'm going to stand still. Right. Here we go. Oh, I'm just going to walk up here. I'll try not to make you too dizzy when I'm walking up here. Ooh. I'll see now. There's Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Okay. Afternoon, Jackie and Kim. As always, if there's any questions whilst I'm live, shout out. I'm hoping Paul's going to watch. He's around anyway. Oh, he is watching. Hi, Paul. Hi, Paulie. Brilliant. So we have had new product in, and I've got a few things to show you, and then we'll play with something. I've got some real nice interactive cards that I want to show you. Fine. What was that? Oh, hi, Bev. 11 p.m. in Victoria, Australia. Well, thank you for staying up. I would be under my duvet by now. Bless you. I hope it's warm over there. Is it warm in Australia yet? Hopefully. Cold there too. It is freezing. My hands are perished. Right, we've got quite a few now. So I'm going to spin the camera. We'll look at the new bits. There is a space on the wall, so forgive me for it, but it's there for a reason. Okay, so what did we do last week? Last week I showed you the grunge. I think we're down to one bundle left, and then some bits and pieces of singles there. And then I did flash over quickly these two brand new items. So you've got a sentiment pop-up and a butterfly pop-up. These are what we're going to look at these today up at my craft table. I'm going to show you how to put them together because they're really quite cute. Of course, you've seen my new release with Julie Hickey Designs. We've got the stars and the hearts and the sentiment medley #4. So that's the 4th wording set. And then we've got bundles available as well. So they're all on the website. Now, this is looking a little bit sorry for itself, isn't it? So I think it might not have been last week. It might have been the week before. Just a minute. I'm going to let the post do it.
Hello.
Hi. Thank you. Cheers. Oh, just pop that on the counter. So we've got a few bits and pieces here. Now, this is all coming back into stock. We were hoping for today, but I think it might be tomorrow now. So things like the rub-ons, the paper pad, we're getting more of the pet tape in because that's been brilliant. Everything in this range has just been amazing. We've also got the 12 by 12 paper pad coming in for this collection. And then on top of that, we've got the brand new collection coming out from the same company, the same designer, Katie, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm going to put it up close. Pertier? Katie Pertier Designs. She's a designer. It's absolutely fantastic. So we're just waiting for that to come through the doors, and then that space will all be filled up with the new Arden Creative. So that's that one. Now, we did have some new bits of visible imaging, some musical themes and this kind of fluid background and some new stencils. But then we've had vintage car, ocean liner, vintage motorbike, floral bicycle, biplane, vintage suitcases, 26 degrees. Oh, I wish it was that here. Steam train, ticket and tag set, and vintage tags stamp set. All brand new in from Jamie Rogers Crafts. Really nice to see some more mail stuff coming on the scene. I'm just going to flick back through there to make sure I didn't miss anything. There's Wendy. I wonder if she's at the pub. She's going to be saying, oh, Hazel. No, that's cool. Right. So, yeah, that's the new from Jamie Rogers. Now, I've got more from Jamie Rogers to show you. Obviously, my beautiful Sweet Bee collection, which we keep in stock. What else have we got? Oh, we did have the die-cut designer pads come back into stock that marry up with the card-making pads. You've got Summer Celebrations and Country Roads. So they're back in. And then if I step back, of course, you've got all of these gorgeous little metal charms and different flowers and bits that just go with everything. Do have a look in the sales section because there is some new bits that have been added, and Paul's always adding bits in there because he has to keep clearing stuff out to make room for new stuff because we have so much of it in. So let's just step back so that you can just see all. It's just packed, just beautiful. Of course, we've got there was a new range with Marlene. That's all been put into section now. It doesn't stay long in the new section because it's just constantly changing. So there was new stencils like these 4 here, 4 stamps. Then we've got cling stamps here as well. And there's a new journal, new collage journaling book. Oh, and these Quotalicious. So much. It's so bright and beautiful. I'm going to spin this around because I need to go over to the other side of the shop now. And have a little look here. So, we're all stocked up on the metallic ink pads from Jamie Rogers Crafts. Now, I've actually broke these open and had a play with them this morning. I was blown away with what you could do with them, if I'm honest with you. So we're going to have a little play with those up at the counter. And then also 6 brand new metallic waxes. And these are yummy, really nice colours. You've got Raindrop, Copper Pot, Cherry Blossom, Snow White, Gold Bullion and Silver Star. And then we'll go through all of these other colours when we're up at the counter. Oh, yes, because these went out of stock. And I bet you're thinking, well, what is it? These are the double-sided foam pads, the 12mm by 25mm by 2 metre depth. $10.99 for 1,000 pads, but they come in the pizza box, which is brilliant. It just keeps them... gives them a little home so that they don't all unravel, which is good. Right, I'm making my way up. Make sure I leave your shop tidy. Oh, yeah, no, I'll come back to that. Okay, so I'm going to clip you in here. You'll probably get a little peek at Paul while I clip you in. God, you got a wave. Right then. Just going to spin you around. Got so much out on here. Okay. I'm going to bring in this first. So this is one of the duos that we've got. Let me move all of these over a little bit. Well, I'm not going to move them because we're going to use them in a minute. So this one is called Butterfly Pop-Up. And you get the dies and you get the stamps to match. So when you take them out of the packet, if you open it, we don't normally have open packaging, but if it's an interactive card, there's always full instructions inside. And they are super easy to follow, but I have cut them out so that I can show you how easy they are to put together. But look at that. You've got that beautiful pop-up butterfly in there. And I don't know if you can notice that beautiful metallic shine, because this has been decorated with those inks. Painting, spritzing, stamping. Just beautiful. I'm just going to push that up a little bit more. Don't forget, any comments, any questions, just shout out, just holler. So that is the first one, the butterfly one. And the second one is called Sentiment Pop-Up. Now I have it quickly, I've cut all of the bits so that I can show you. So again, you get a stamp set and you get the dies. Now on this one, you've got like little bunting, there's a die to cut the bunting out. You've got little hearts, there's a die to cut it out. That one's for the wedding cake. You've got parcels, you've got wedding rings, you've got cheers glasses. And then when you look at the sentiments, you've got birthday sentiments. You've got some things just get so much better with age. And then you've got may your day be filled with love, laughter and celebration and a happy wedding day. So they've given you a mix of sentiments and different stamps in the set. But don't think that that's all you can decorate them with. And what I chose to do was I just chose some stamps that I had in my stash. And I've put I've used the happy birthday stamp from there and done some balloons. But again, can you see that beautiful shine on there? Because I've painted in with them stunning inks. And then when you pop this one out, these two, they pop out. Some things just get so much better with age. And then we've got them balloons in the background. And I've blended and inked. So that just pops out. So they're very kinetical and simple to make. So that's what we're going to look at, those two. But also, I think before we make any of those, I need to show you these inks because they're just exciting. Okay, so there's 10 different colours, okay? And I've just done these little discs. I punched them because I thought, oh, I'm going to make a little swatch card thing. Haven't got around to it yet. But this is the black suede. Then you have got silver lining. Then you have got brushed gold. I'm just going to skim this down to the bottom. That's 3. Then we have got sunshine yellow and cactus green. Now the ink pads are how much, Paul? £6. So they should be £6.99, but they're on an introductory £6.29. And then this one is royal purple. So much metallic in them. And then you have got fuchsia pink and sunset red. And a minty fresh. Don't clean your teeth with them though. And the last one is sea breeze blue. So these are pigment inks. Quick drying pigment ink, non-toxic, acid free. And this is what we look. I'm sorry, I'm reading as at the same time. So this is like a spongy pad. It's packed, totally packed with ink. Really, really nice for stamping because it stamps that metallic shine onto your cardstock. Now, to go alongside these, we've got all of those colours, but in the reinkers. Now, don't just think of them as a reinker. Of course, you can re-ink your pads with them, but also you can do so much more with them. So I'm just going to lay those down so that you can see them gorgeous colours in there. One for each one. Now, these are £5.49, Paul? £5.49, and you're getting 20 mil in there. That's a lot of like pigment in there. So there are your 10 colours in inks and your 10 colours in your reinkers. Now, first thing I want to do is I'm going to bring some of these in. These are just little Mr. Spray bottles. Paul, can you just fill me that with water? Oh, no, actually, I might be able to do it from a spray bottle, if I can find it. Hopefully I've got enough water. Yeah, we have. So, I'm just going to fill this up. It might take me some time. No, it won't. That's rather than me leaving you and going to the tap and filling it up. So you just start off with a mister with your water in. Ooh. Nearly there. There we go. And then pick a colour. I've got gold, pink and purple. I'm going to go for Sea Breeze. Okay. I'm just going to give it a little shake. And then just squeeze down. And can you see it's sunk straight down there to the bottom. Now, just start off with a little bit, because you can always add to it, but you can't take it out. And this is going to make you the most fabulous mister. And it's going to have that beautiful mica metallic in there. So just give that a shake to mix that all up. And what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've made pink. I've made the fuchsia pink, the brush gold and the royal purple. And you can see I've had it laid on the side. So just give it a little swish around and then that mica will all just dissolve back in. So let's see how vibrant this comes out now. Just going to scoot this off the side. That's me trying to stay tidy. And I'm just going to talk you through my board. So this area here, this is from my spritzer. And I did a couple of layers and then I flicked some. And then this is an inky pickup off my mat, but you can really see the mica in there. And then this is like a first and second generation. So if I flip that over, we'll go on to this blue. Look at that. So if you didn't want it that dark, you don't put so much in. But you can see that mica shine in there perfectly. So you can make as many of these as you want. And maybe you think, well, actually, I've got a pink, I've got a blue, and I've got a yellow. So you can make pretty much any colour you want to. Not only can you make your own spritzers and sprays with them, but you can absolutely paint with them. So if I get that same one. Now, of course, in the past, what I'd normally do, I'd get my ink pad, I'd squidge the ink out, and then I'd paint with it. But because I've got this, I would just pop a tiny bit out like that. And then I would get my water brush. Make sure it's clean. So get it nice and juicy, pull a bit away, and then just mix that in and just dilute it down till you're happy. And then you can just paint down. Maybe you want to add a bit more water just to make that go a bit further. Dilute it. So then you're going to get that beautiful shine painting. And that's going to stand over the top of like your black ink, whether you're using your Studio Light one, whether you're using your VersaFine one. It doesn't take the sharpness away from the black. So that's a really good thing. So on top of that, if I just grab a little stamp that I've got, I'll just stick it into this, keep it the same colour. Lots of nice little taps, get that inked up. you're going to get a nice and a second generation. You might even get a third and a fourth. Yeah. Now, it's going to be hard for me to show you that, but you can see the metallic shine even on the second generation there. So we've spritzed, we've stamped, we've painted. We need to do an inky pickup. Now, let me grab, we're just going to take one of these little mats. Can you see that there? Yeah. Yes, you can. Okay, so let's go. Going to put a bit of blue. I like to kiss the mat like this as opposed to squidge, because they're very juicy, they're very inky. Oh, look at that beading up. Now then, I've got a little bit of card cut. Let's just... Oh, let's just pick that up. Oh, look at this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to dry that. I can see all of that mica dancing round beautifully. So I'm just going to whiz this a little bit on my heat gun. I wish I could make this reach so that you could see it drying. I'll perhaps have to move my table next time. Hi, Donna. That's okay. We're just showing you the gorgeous new inks and reinkers from Jamie Rogers. They are beautiful. I should say, and misters, shouldn't I? Right. Look at that. The shine is just... Oh, it's brilliant. Now, I haven't even got a piece of black card out yet and shown you that. But inky pickups, brilliant. We can mix the colours up. I could do another layer and just keep building and just using all of that. I mean, this would look gorgeous in your journals as well. Maybe with your rub-ons, your washi tapes over. But really, really nice with that mica in there. It's stunning. And then once that's dry, you can stamp on. In fact, let's do that. Let's do it. Hang on. Okay, I've got a little bit impatient and I'm just going to finish the rest with a piece of kitchen tissue. Okay, so we've got a really nice background to start on and you can really see that shine. Beautiful. Okay, so on top of there, I'm just going to wipe that up in case. Look how concentrated that is. It's absolutely fabulous. And those bottles, these are going to last you a long time. Even if you re-ink your pad 4 times, you're still going to have lots to paint and do your techniques with. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to grab a stamp. Should we just use this butterfly? Let's bring this butterfly in, just because it's out and it's on my desk. And we'll just ink that up. Give it a good ink. Oh, my stuff just fell on the floor. Never mind. And I'm going to stamp this over the top. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. And then I'm just going to, let's go with the blue. I'm just going to keep it one colour. Just going to make sure that that mica's all mix in. So then I can spritz and add more. So I've still got the detail from the inky pickup, but then with the mister, you're kind of going to be filling in those backgrounds. Let's put a little bit of this gold. I'm making sure that the nozzle's in the right area, look. Because, oh, I like the gold on there. That's really cute. That's nice. Maybe I'm going to add a little bit of the purple. Now, obviously, as I go along, I'm going to get one of these for all 10. She says. And if we sell out of these, we will 100% get them back in on the next delivery, because it's a core line. We have them all the time. Add a little bit of lilac in there. Well, I might as well put the pink in as well. Yes, like that. Look at that. That is so beautiful. Oh, do you know what it is? It just makes me happy, because you just feel excited when you're playing with something for the first time, like something new. It's just really beautiful. Now, there is a die that I could cut that out, but that's just a gorgeous background. It really is. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do, where's them? Let me just grab some card. No, here it is. Got it out. So these are the elements I need to make one of the butterfly pop-outs. So for the inside, what I want to do is just spritz these up using my spritzers. And because I've got a blue now, I can use, we'll put some blue down. Some purple. And I think we'll just go with a little bit of gold. That really warms that down. There you go. Right. So that's given us a really nice base to start off. I'm going to take that away. Oh, come on. And I'm going to lay it behind me, because I do need to dry that so that we can then do the next bit. But whilst I'm doing that, I'm just going to clean up my mess. There we go. Right, so that's nice and clean. I'm going to give this a blast. Oh, I can give you a link Now, this absolutely isn't dry enough, but I've just got to share with you this. Look at that shine. Oh, I hope you can see it. I'm looking through the camera to see if I can see it. It's absolutely dancing. It's beautiful. So at that stage, if I bring you, where's that card gone? If I just open this up so you can see. So these two pieces are what these would be. And what I need to do now is just stamp some detail in the background. So let's have a little look. Of course, we've got a nice little bit of griddage. But let's grab, got stamps set at the side of me. So this one is my grunge bits from Sweet Bee Memories. I'm going to take the little script and we'll just use this block. So it's a little bit big, but we'll be fine. And if we go for Sea Breeze Blue, give that a nice little ink up.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
And just
as soon as it arrives, I'll give you a ring.
Got one there. And I'm just trying to create, get it around the right way, Hazel, a little bit of a background, but I do want it no, I don't want it symmetrical. I'm stepping away from the symmetry. It is always better to take the ink pad to, especially when they're a spongy one. And I've got a little bit of a black mark there, so I'm going to go over there. So we've got a nice little bit of script there. And afterwards, just give that a little bit of a wipe. Keep that nice and clean. And then we'll go in with, I'm just sticking with 3 colours to start with. This one I'm going to use the Royal Purple. You see, in my brain, I've gone all out of sync. I'd got an order that I wanted to go through everything. And because I just got too excited about, about the inks, I've kind of gone out of sync now. But it doesn't matter. I'll try and show you everything. So I'm just putting a little bit of that honeycomb in there as well. And I know that my card isn't really dry, but it's fine.
Hello.
Hi, how was your meal?
Fantastic.
Good, good. Right, there we go. So we've got a nice little bit of that honeycomb in the background. And then we can have some of this little coffee ring. Let's go with the gold in that one. Is that the one? Yeah, brushed gold. And again, even though you're stamping it, you are getting that beautiful mica shine coming through. So I'll just have a few of those. That stamp thing was there. Let's just put a little bit more of that one on. There we go. And again, as soon as I finish that. Now, of course, if you're sitting here thinking, well, do you know what? I've got lots of inks at home, but even if you've got these studio-like inks, these are going to work alongside. What about if you start mixing the colours together? These are water-based, and these you can use with water. So you can't, obviously, I couldn't spritz water at that and strip it out because it's a pigment ink, not a dye-based ink. Well, I don't think you can. I mean, I might be... I've got to try it now. I don't think you can, but will it reactivate it? It shouldn't reactivate it because pigment, once it's dry, it's dry. Yeah, no, there's absolutely nothing coming off of there at all. So, yeah, I was right in that respect. But, you know, it's sometimes you just second guess yourself and you've got to try. But look at those backgrounds now. They're ready and they're looking beautiful for a butterfly. So, what I would do, I've got my butterfly cut out. And I'm gonna grab this. Now I could do it the other way round, but you know what, for speed today, I'm just gonna hope that this lines up perfectly for me. Normally I would line the stamp up in the die cut piece, the waist, which I did keep, I think. Okay, so we've got that. And I'm just gonna position. I'm gonna have to bring it down a bit because I've got to get my head and I just hope. I think that's going to be a bit wonky, but do you know what? It's not bad. It is a little bit off, and it's my fault. It's because the camera's over my head. But do you know what? I'm not going to make excuses. Right, now I'm just going to spritz this. We're going to have a bit of blue. We're going to have a bit of the gold. And a nice bit of purple in the middle. Now, if I wanted to, I could have gone in with my paints and I could have been very particular and painted this in. But for speed, you're getting that beautiful mica shine on there. And it's stunning. Hi, Kate. So I'm going to set that to one side. Now, one thing I am going to say is when you're doing these kinetical cards, don't try and rush it. I know it's really hard, but don't try and open and shut it before it's dry. So if we look at the die set. You've got 2 of these, which are those 2. Now this piece here, this is so that you can have a pop-up book. You choose, do you want a pop-up butterfly or a pop-up book? We've chosen a butterfly. So you need 2 of these and a butterfly, which is what we've got. Now, they're all scored. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 score lines. So if you go through and do that and fold them, you will end up with, you watch, I've probably lost this bit as well. Ah, it's here. These. So fold this over, use your glue, pop a little bit of glue on, and then fold that up and get them as square as you can. You don't have to shush, it's fine. It's just everybody can hear. No, I'm joking. Everybody can hear you. No, they can't. Just add your little bit of glue there. What did you have? Did you have chicken pasta?
Chicken with mozzarella.
Yeah, or how much wine?
1 large.
1 large one.
I don't drink.
Okay.
I had pork belly
Ooh.
with Italian gravy.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Where is it?
What?
In the bag.
Oh,
I couldn't eat all of it.
Oh,
so
you've
I'm taking
right.
it home.
Okay.
doggy bag.
So once they've stuck, just give them a squeeze the other way. And then what we want to do, what I do is make sure that both the tabs are at the bottom. And then we've got to stick them together. So get that. And then once you've got it in position,
Now, as soon as
squeeze it in half.
I will find the red tape.
And then you get left with,
Malcolm.
there you go, this. So that is the little mechanism that's going to fit inside your card. And so from this point on, with the card blank I've used is just an A6 card. This is still a bit too wet. It needs to be dried. But you'd stick your mats and layers in here first, like so. And then you would put your glue on each side and stick that in the middle. Squeeze the card shut so that that stays in place. And then you glue these bits and your butterfly would stick onto there. This has got a little fold line in the middle. You do need to make sure that you folded it first. So that's folded now. And that gives you then that effect there. So really, really easy to do. And then on the front, I did the same thing. I spritzed it and then I popped a little white one on there. But behind there, I did actually paint that one with a paintbrush. So, yeah, I thought that was a really nice card to make. And also, have a look what you've got at home. Maybe you've got a gorgeous large bumblebee from my Sweet Bee Memories collection. Maybe you'd like to put that in there. Maybe you want to use your stencil, the honeycomb stencil in the background, or you've got something different. So although it comes as a set, you can use so much more with it. So that's what I wanted to show you on this card. And I think it's important because if you see somebody do it physically that you can revert back to, when you get it, you feel a lot more confident. So that is that one. Now this one, I'm just going to show you this. This one is called Balloon Box Pop-Up. We've got that in stock. And that is where I got my balloons from, because I thought they were just really cute and they're kind of handy. And so that's this one. Now, this one needs to be, you have to make sure that these are dry before you start trying to move it. So we'll get to a stage with this. So in here, to make the card, you need 1, 2, 3, 4 items. It's all listed down and they're all numbered. It's super easy. So this piece here, number 1, that's your main mechanism, and that looks like that. So it comes all scored. You just bend all of the lines that way, this way, and it kind of folds behind itself like so. Okay, So we start off with that piece, and it will recommend different card sizes in there. This is 12 centimetre square card. So 12 centimetres by 24, scored in half. Now, I do recommend that you have these matte and layered because it makes it stronger, okay? But for the purpose of this, I'm just going to do it on here so you can see how to do it. Then I'm going to grab some tape. Well, I might do. Oh, there, pair of scissors. And I pop some tape on there and a bit of tape on the other one. But I might have to take it down because it is super thick. It's a 12mm, this one. And the first job... Oh, I'll need me tweezers for. Now, if you struggle to get the back off, you just need to burnish it down. Once it's burnished on there, it's easier to get the backing off. Okay, so for this, turn it over, about the middle, butt it up, like so, and then this comes over here, and it kind of goes like that. But before I do that, I need to, let me just check something. Yeah, it is that way. So if I was to do that way, yeah, that's fine. So hold that and then shut this over. Gives you that. Okay, and then we open it out. So you've got your mechanism. Did I do that too quick? I hope I didn't. Okay, and it is all clear in those instructions because I'd never made it and I opened it up and made it straight away. Sometimes I have moments and I think, what? But no, this was perfect. So the bits that you need to tape are these two triangles here. So I'm going to do it with tape because I want it to be super strong. Okay. Get this.
I've only bought things I need. I love that. I think it's beautiful.
Right.
What I want to know is...
And there. And then just trim off that excess. Okay, so we've got them two bits into place. And then you make a choice on this one. You either have the tickety one or the plain one. And if you cut two lots out, obviously you're going to mat and layer them. So I'm just going to get the big bits. And then you stick them onto here. If you can get the backing off. Come on.
I like
that one off. And that one. And then this literally goes on there. Up to there. And on there. Up to there. Give them a nice press. And then the same with the long panel. You've got a mat and a layer, so I'm just going to use the big one. Pop some glue. I'll just use glue for this. And obviously, I decorated part of this before I put it together. And this piece goes onto here. Like so. And then when this folds back in, can you see, look, that just starts to go around and pop underneath there. In fact, because I use tape, I can do that. And then when you open it out, it pops out. It's so clever. And you've probably got lots of different messages and things that you could put on there. Maybe some humour ones. So that is the basis of that one. And that one is called the Sentiment Pop-Up. I just think it's so cool. And mixed in with those beautiful inks. So that is that one. That's what I wanted to show you on that card. Now I've showed you that, I feel happy that I've showed you that. I'm going to revert back to, and I'm going to get some black card. So here's a nice piece of black. And I'm going to grab a sheet of white. just so that you can see, we'll just show you a few of the colours. So this one is Sunshine Yellow, and I'm just going to,
And then we have one evening class, which is once a month.
look at
A
that.
lot of them
Oh,
are soft.
so good. Let's put the brush gold next to that, actually. It's almost like a copper tone. Then we will go for, minty fresh.
It's I've got odd spaces here.
There we go. And cactus green.
So I'll find out some dates and then.
And are we all right? Because I'm showing you this. I'm not above. See if we've... That's fine. Fuchsia pink. I'm going to go this way round now. We've got the sunset red. Oh, wow. See, some colours do behave differently, but they're all beautiful. Then we've got a silver lining. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't count. Oh, I see where it is. Now, there's your black. And... Bye!
Bye, thank you very much.
Have a lovely rest of the day. Look at that shine. I mean, I know it's wet, but as it's drying down, let's take that out of the way. They look absolutely beautiful. Now, obviously, as they dry, the vibrancy will dampen down a little because the mica will be on the top of the ink pad, and the pigment more toward the bottom. But look, there's your colours on the white. Just beautiful. So, I hope you've enjoyed that. I have got a right old mess here now, but it doesn't matter because I've had a lovely time. That's one of the backgrounds that I did. I just think that I wonder if I might just do something on here, because when you mist, especially the gold and the silver, you can sort of like mist it in the air and drop it down onto your work. But, I mean, you're not going to see that till it's dry. I feel like I need to just waff it with it. Dry. Dry, dry, dry. Look at that gold dancing now on that black. If I flip that over, you'll see a few of the colours. There was a gold. Now, one of those was a pinky one, but I think I didn't press my pad down enough. Where's my lid? Is that it? That's it. Let's go with a little bit of blue. Make sure that my mica's all mixed in. Yeah, you can see it. From the sprays, you can absolutely see that. It's just so beautiful. I just want to stay here and play the rest of the day. But what I want... Oh, that's nice. Can you still see this? Yeah. I feel like I want to just try something. I'm going to put a little bit of out of the reinker, the blue. I'm not putting loads, just a little bit. And oh, it's got to be this. Sorry about the sound effects. Have I got a piece of black card cut? Do you know, just so happens I have. And then I'm going to spritz. And I'm actually going to just, I want to mix that up a bit. I don't want to contaminate. I'm just wondering if I can wet it when it's on the card. Of course I can. Oh, I've just had an idea. Okay. I need to do it on this big piece. So my idea is this. You know, like if you was to go across the top, it looks like I'm putting lots on. I'm not. It's just a little bit. Oh. I'm still doing them sound effects, aren't I? Oh my Lord, look at that. Right, then I'm just going to tilt this slightly, look. What I want is a proper dribble coming from this. Am I going to get it? I'm going to need to put more water on. Would it? Well, I mean, I'm getting a lovely mica drip there, but I've still got quite a lot because maybe I put too much on. Maybe if I pop this, that would help. I'm looking for the tweezers that I had in my hand. Yeah, just needs a little bit of a helping hand as that starts to go down. You could use water or, oh yes, there you go. That's what I wanted to do. So of course, oh yeah. Don't think that you'll be able to sit at your desk and just have a quick play, because I just don't think you're going to be able to. You're just going to want to carry on and do more. Let's just get that moving a little bit. And then a little spritz of water. Oh. Who wants to paint their walls black and just play with these reinkers on their walls? Don't try that at home. That's a silly idea. I'm going to just spritz this bit of gold in here now. It's got to the bottom, look. You can see how much I've sprayed because, look, my gold one is nearly empty. That was full this morning. My pink's not far behind it. My purple, but the blue is the one that I just made, and that is still pretty full. So, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that. I've had a lovely time. I've got mica and ink everywhere. Let's flip this round and see if there's any questions I've missed. What's that one? Perfect. Let's spin you. Oh, there we go. Oh, my little thing was going. I'm hoping it doesn't rain. We've got one more fence to paint. There we go. I can't hold that up because it will drip all the mica on me, but I'm looking at it as that mica's dancing and it's making me happy. So, thank you for joining me. What day are we on? I have got everything crossed that on Saturday I can do a live with the new Hidden Creek vintage makers, because let me tell you, it's beautiful. It really is. Oh, thank you, Vanessa. So that's I'm hoping to do that on Saturday at 4 o'clock. I was going to say I'll do it earlier, but I won't be, because I'll be doing I've got a workshop. Oh, yeah, I've got a workshop in the shop on Saturday. So yes, 4 o'clock on Saturday, I'll be doing a live with vintage makers. So I really hope you can join me for that. And I will see you all then. Enjoy the rest of your day. Everything's all loaded on the website. And what else was it? I was going to say something else to you. Can you remember, Paul? No? It'll come back to me. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.